Across the world, monuments rise that defy logic, artifacts exist that challenge science, and ancient texts describe knowledge we still cannot fully replicate. Were these simply coincidences of ingenuity or signs of technologies now lost to time? Tonight, we open the vault of the past and uncover forgotten technologies of the ancients and ancient innovations. What you are about to hear may change the way you look at human history forever. Ancient power sources. In the ruins of Mesopotamia, the so-called Baghdad Battery baffles scientists with its ability to produce an electric current. What was this device used for? Could ancient civilizations have understood energy far earlier than we imagine? The mystery endures, for no written text explains its true purpose. Legends tell us of the Ark of the Covenant, a chest of divine power, described as both sacred and destructive. Could it have been more than a symbol of faith? Some suggest it stored and released energy like a capacitor. If true, it was a technology far ahead of its time. Carvings in Egypt's Dendera temple show shapes resembling modern bulbs and electrical coils. Skeptics call it myth, yet engineers admit the resemblance is striking. Did our ancestors know how to harness light without fire? The evidence whispers of knowledge we have forgotten. Engineering marvels of the megaliths. At Baalbek in Lebanon lie stones weighing over 1,000 tons, cut and placed with an accuracy we can barely achieve today. How were they moved without cranes or advanced machinery? No records exist, only silent stones that defy explanation. Sacsayhuaman in Peru is another enigma. Gigantic stones fit together so perfectly that even a razor blade cannot slide between them. No mortar was used, yet the walls have withstood centuries of earthquakes. What lost technique allowed this construction? Stonehenge in England, though simpler in appearance, is equally mysterious. Transporting and aligning massive stones from miles away required planning, strength, and knowledge. Was this purely human labor, or was there a forgotten tool at work? Lost metallurgy and alloys. Damascus steel, used by warriors of the Middle Ages, was a metal of legendary sharpness and strength, yet its recipe has been lost for centuries. The process of forging it was as much art as science, and today's metallurgists still struggle to fully replicate it. The Romans built with a special concrete that grows stronger with time, unlike our modern cement, which erodes. This Roman concrete was made with volcanic ash and lime, giving it durability that has kept aqueducts and harbors standing for 2,000 years. Ancient Greek texts mention a mysterious alloy called orichalcum, said to shine like gold. Samples have been found in shipwrecks, suggesting it was real and widely used. What was this lost metal, and why did it vanish from history? Water engineering wonders. The Romans perfected aqueducts, carrying fresh water across great distances with precision. Their system allowed cities to thrive, powering fountains, baths, and even complex sewage systems. Few civilizations matched this mastery of water. In Persia, the underground Qanat system carried cool water from mountains to dry plains. These tunnels, dug by hand, used gravity alone to transport life-giving water. Many still function today, a testament to their brilliance. India's stepwells were both practical and artistic, descending deep into the earth to store water for dry seasons. Carved with stunning designs, they served as gathering places as well as reservoirs. Their beauty and utility showed how advanced ancient hydrology was. Medicine and surgery of the ancients. In ancient India, Ayurveda described healing techniques still practiced today. Texts speak of surgeries, herbal remedies, and even plastic surgery. Sushruta, known as the father of surgery, documented methods that remain astonishingly advanced. China developed acupuncture thousands of years ago based on balancing energy within the body. Though debated, modern studies suggest it can relieve pain and promote healing. Could ancient doctors have understood bioelectric currents long before science did? Trepanation, the act of drilling into the skull, was practiced worldwide. Remarkably, many patients survived, suggesting knowledge of infection control and care. What knowledge did these healers hold that allowed them to succeed where failure seemed inevitable? Navigation and astronomy tools. The Antikythera Mechanism, pulled from a Greek shipwreck, is a gear-driven computer that predicted the motions of the heavens. Its complexity rivaled clockwork that would not appear again for 1,000 years. Who built it, and how widespread was this knowledge? Mayan astronomers charted the stars with stunning accuracy. Their calendars aligned with cosmic cycles still admired today. Without telescopes, they calculated planetary motions with precision that rivals modern methods. Polynesian navigators used only the stars, waves, and birds to cross vast oceans. Their memory and intuition served as instruments. How could such accuracy exist without maps or compasses? The ocean itself was their guide. Pyramids and lost construction techniques. The Egyptian pyramids rise in impossible grandeur. The alignment of the Great Pyramid with celestial bodies is nearly perfect. How did they transport and lift millions of stones with tools we cannot find? The mystery fuels endless debate. Mesoamerican pyramids, like those in Teotihuacan, reflect similar precision. The structures were aligned with astronomical events and constructed with hidden chambers and tunnels. Were these civilizations sharing knowledge or rediscovering it independently? In Nubia, smaller pyramids stand in clusters, showing unique architectural styles. Each culture built differently, yet all shared one truth. They built beyond the limits of what we believe possible with primitive tools. Ancient communication systems. The Inca had no written language, yet their quipus, knotted strings, conveyed messages and records. These colorful cords acted as data storage, centuries before computers. Could this be an ancient form of binary coding? Across Asia, fire towers and signal beacons carried messages over vast distances. In mere hours, empires could relay warnings across thousands of miles. It was the internet of its age. In Africa, talking drums transmitted complex messages through rhythm. By varying tones and beats, villages could send information across the jungle. Sound became language, carrying words without writing. Transportation secrets. The Romans built roads so enduring that many still exist today. Straight, layered, and intelligently drained, their highways connected an empire and shaped modern infrastructure. Was there a lost engineering method that gave them such resilience? The Olmecs of Mesoamerica created enormous stone spheres, perfectly rounded. How were these crafted without modern tools? Their purpose remains a puzzle, a silent mystery left in the jungles. Ancient shipbuilders mastered the seas long before compasses. The Egyptians sailed reed boats across oceans, while Phoenicians navigated the Mediterranean with unmatched skill. What forgotten maps or tools guided them? Hidden knowledge in ancient texts. The Indian Vedas describe astronomical cycles and mathematical concepts still relevant today. How did ancient sages measure time on cosmic scales with no telescopes? Their writings suggest insights that surpass their era. The Dead Sea Scrolls preserved secrets of ancient communities and practices. Some texts mention mystical rituals, others practical wisdom. Lost for centuries, they still raise questions about hidden knowledge. The Mayan codices reveal a deep understanding of celestial cycles and natural science. Though many were burned during conquest, surviving pages show that their knowledge was vast and advanced. Weaponry and military technology. Greek fire was a weapon feared by all who faced it. Said to burn even on water, its formula remains lost. Was it chemistry or a forgotten technology? Its use kept empires safe for centuries. The Chinese crossbow revolutionized warfare. With mechanical precision, it allowed armies to strike with deadly force from afar. Its mechanisms were advanced, almost industrial in design. War elephants, trained and armored, were the tanks of the ancient world. Guiding such massive creatures into battle required knowledge of biology, psychology, and strategy. It was innovation as much as it was bravery. Sound and frequency technology legends speak of monks using sound to move stones, levitating them with chants and horns. Though unproven, modern science admits sound can influence matter. Could ancient people have tapped into this hidden power? Temples around the world are built with perfect acoustics, where a whisper can echo like thunder. These designs show a mastery of sound engineering beyond simple trial and error. Healing through vibration was also known. Ancient instruments were used in rituals to restore balance within the body. Today, sound therapy echoes these traditions, perhaps rediscovering what was once common knowledge. Mathematics and architecture. The golden ratio appears in pyramids, temples, and even art across the globe. Did ancient builders intuitively understand this mathematical beauty, or was it taught through lost texts? Surveying techniques of the Egyptians allowed them to align monuments with stars and compass points. Without satellites, they achieved precision we still find astonishing. The Greeks laid the foundations of geometry, but their temples suggest they applied even greater knowledge. The Parthenon's proportions reflect harmony and mathematics intertwined. Architecture became both science and art. Forgotten agricultural techniques. Terraced farming in the Andes turned mountains into fertile fields. Ingenious water channels prevented erosion and maximized crops. Today, farmers still admire and learn from these methods. The Amazon's terra preta, or dark earth, is another puzzle. Created by mixing charcoal, bones, and organic matter, it transformed poor soil into farmland that remains fertile for centuries. Scientists still study how it was made. Ancient Egypt's reliance on the Nile floods required calendars and irrigation to harness its rhythm. Their agriculture fed millions, showing a mastery of nature's cycles unmatched in its time. Theories of lost civilizations. Göbekli Tepe in Turkey predates Stonehenge by thousands of years, with carved pillars and monumental designs. How could hunter-gatherers create such complex architecture? Was there a forgotten civilization at work? Legends of Atlantis describe a powerful society destroyed in cataclysm. Though often dismissed as myth, echoes of similar stories appear in many cultures. Could they all point to a real lost civilization? Lemuria, another mythical land, was said to stretch across the Pacific. Though no evidence has been proven, the idea reflects humanity's curiosity about what once existed. Perhaps the ocean still hides secrets. From mysterious batteries to ancient computers, from forgotten medicines to lost cities, the innovations of our ancestors remind us that history is far from complete. The past may hold answers to questions we haven't even begun to ask. What if the greatest technologies of humanity are not in our future, but locked away in our forgotten past? If you enjoyed uncovering these mysteries, make sure to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. Together, we'll continue exploring the hidden truths of history and the innovations of civilizations that came before us. The story of humanity is far older and far stranger than we imagine.